All right, this is the predictions episode of the Battle of Ohio podcast. So we're going live to you on YouTube in the middle of the Thursday night game, and me and Thomas are going to tell you what we think is going to happen during the season, or well, during the week, during the rest of this week. So right now, obviously, the Patriots and Falcons are playing. We did on the last episode, on the predictions recap episode on Monday, we gave our picks for this game. We both picked the Patriots, so nothing particularly substantial there. But we're going to go through the rest of the slate of games, and we're going to tell you what we think is going to happen here. So I guess to get it started off, let's see. Thomas, first game that we're going to talk about this week is the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Buffalo to play the Bills. Who you got?
The Colts versus the Bills.
Yeah.
In the AFC, where every game is unpredictable, I'm going to go ahead and predict this very predictable game and unpredictable division. Carson Wentz, you suck. Give me the Bills.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the Bills here too. But I mean, I was this one honestly. I think could go either way. Like the Colts are kind of hot lately. They've been winning a bunch of games you didn't necessarily expect them to, but then again, they've also not been winning games that, like, if they're a good team, they should be winning.
Yeah, like the Ravens.
Right. So this game against the
so
Bills,
mad.
the Bills have been so hot lately that I can't imagine they're going to lose to the Colts. But I mean, I will say I'm not super confident in this one. I definitely think that the Colts could get this done.
Why can't we
I mean,
get this Mac Jones?
I know you hate Carson Wentz, but he hasn't been killing the Colts lately. I mean, some games
Yeah.
for sure, but like the Ravens game, for example.
Why can't we get this Mac Jones against the Browns? They ain't fired Joe Woods. By the way, I like the old school logo for the Hawks or for the Falcons.
I I'm not I don't know. I think I'm not the biggest fan of their old logo or their new logo, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
I think it's a bit like weirdly simplistic. I think I like the new one better, but I'm not. Now
Yeah,
I
no,
do like these. I do like these helmets, like kind of like that matte style, and then
yeah.
the matte style with the new logo, or the old logo, the matte style with the old logo. I think that's slick. But just like logo for logo, I don't know. I might like the new logo better. I'm not sure.
Who's the running back for the Patriots? He just ran the
That
ball.
one,
Stevens.
the
Hmm.
one, the one who just ran the ball on that play. There was a flag.
Hmm.
That's Ramondre Stevenson.
Well, his run's coming back, but he's been looking good the last couple games.
Yeah, he looked pretty good against the Browns. He also looked really inconsistent against the Browns because, like I said, I was live streaming that game,
Uh,
and Ramondre Stevenson, like I kept saying, like, why are they, well, put Brandon Bolden in, because he was like every time Brandon Bolden touched the ball, it was an explosive play, and with Ramondre Stevenson, it's like there were some good plays and some bad plays, and he had big stats that game, but that's partially because they just gave him the ball a shit ton of times.
how long do you think Tell McDaniels have a coaching job, head coaching
Well, I don't
job?
know. I mean, the betting line would have been like, he should have had a job a couple years ago, right? So you never
Yeah, you
know.
keep on
He
saying
might be
no.
just waiting. He might be just waiting for Bill Belichick to retire.
He might be. I thought for sure the Browns. I thought for sure the Browns were going to hire him. I thought he was going to be a Brown. Like it just seemed like they just had everything lined up for it to be
Well, you
to
know
be
what? The
him.
Colts thought that too, and he ended up reneging on that thing.
Well, yeah, well
So,
that was completely different. That was completely different. But the Browns, I think with the Browns, I think the Browns didn't want to give him all the power that he wanted.
it's probably true. Next game we got the Minnesota what? Miami Dolphins going up against the New Jersey Jets in Jersey. So what you got?
Miami Dolphins versus the Jets.
Yep.
Yeah,
This might be the best game in the history of the NFL.
Joe Flacco's playing.
Is
You
Joe
don't give
Flacco
me the Dolphins.
is Joe Flacco playing?
Yeah, they said they decided to bench Mike White. I'll give me the Dolphins. Give me
You're
Dolphins.
going with the Dolphins? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I really I really want to see if they start Tua. They should start Tua, but who knows with that
I
coach.
don't. Well, see, okay, that right there is why I'm going with the Jets, because I think if they do start Tua, they'll probably win.
Mhm.
The Dolphins will probably win, but I've just got something in the back of my head that's telling me they're not going to commit to Tua even in this game, like even just in this one game. Like Brian Flores is going to find some way to muck this up, and the Dolphins are going to lose to the Jets. When they really don't need to, but I think that's probably what's going to happen. Just because, and I'm literally only picking the Dolphins here because I am just that far south on my opinion of Brian Flores at this point.
Me too. Our reaction last week. Wait, Tua's not hurt.
Right, exactly. I actually rewatched quite a bit of that because I had to go find our I had to go like re-record your predictions because I lost
Uh,
them. And yeah, we were so fucking pissed off at Brian Flores for like with the crap he was trying to pull. It was like, what are you doing? Why has
that
Tua not been in this whole time? Are you stupid?
that was a really good live stream.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Tua's not hurt.
All right, next we got the Houston Texans and Tennessee Titans.
Okay. Hmm. Texans versus Titans. I want to go with the best team in the AFC over the worst team in the AFC.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think the Titans are probably the best team in the AFC right now, but I don't know if the Texans are the worst. I think it might be the Dolphins.
I think it might be. I don't know the AFC. I think it might be the Steelers. The only team in the AFC to tie the only team in the AFC to tie with the that sack looked bad. The only team to tie
Jesus
with
Christ,
the man. How come the Browns defense gonna look like this against Patriots?
man!
Freaking
I don't
fire
know.
Joe Woods.
It's
Fire
not
Joe
gonna it's not
Woods.
gonna matter. Like the Falcons' offense can't do a damn thing.
I mean, like Matt Ryan can get hot any second. Only takes one drive to get back in this game.
I suppose that's true. So I'm also gonna go with the Titans because duh, like
Yeah,
like how much analysis does this one really need? Like
none.
none, not really. Not really. The Titans are really, really good, despite their injuries, and I cannot even imagine what's going to happen when they come back. Oh, did that bounce in?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I think it hit off the cameraman.
Oh, that's
It
that
did hit off the
sucks.
cameraman. It did hit off the cameraman. That's perfect. Yeah,
Donk.
yeah, video
I
of
thought
it.
it hit off the crossbar
No, it hit off the
and then went
cameraman.
in. But no,
That's great.
anyway, the Titans with all the injuries they've had and the fact that they're still dominating like this, like I mean, you just got to give them all the credit in the world for what they're doing. And then the Texans, yikes. Yikes. I don't even know what to say about them at this point. Just like you kind of are getting what you deserve.
The thing is though, the crazy thing is that Deshaun Watson was never suspended.
Why would he be suspended?
I mean, well, yeah, it's just like he was never suspended though.
Yeah, but no, he's just sitting out.
Yeah,
He's been showing up to the team facility every day.
yeah, that's a weird
He's
situation.
just sitting around doing nothing.
That is a whole weird situation.
That is an insanely weird situation. And it's like I wonder if Deshaun Watson was there, would they be winning a lot of these games? I don't know if they would because I think they're that bad. I think even with Deshaun Watson, they wouldn't be like. And I think that's part of why he's sitting because he's like, I can't help. There's
Yeah,
nothing I
they
can
did.
do here.
I mean, look at them last year. That's Sean Watson last year, and they still were horrible last year.
Exactly.
Man, I think they had a better team last year than they do this year. Now they don't have nobody. They don't have
It's a fucking train wreck. Is
Did
what
they
it is.
trade DeAndre Hawkins last year or this year? It was last year, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It was last year. It was before last year.
yeah. What a stupid team.
Ridiculous. Anyway, moving on, we got the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars in Duval County.
49ers playing against Jacksonville. 49ers. 49ers. 49ers.
Probably. Especially
really hoping everybody get fired soon.
I'm going with the 49ers too. After the way that the 49ers played last week, it's you're starting to wonder like, are they going to start making a comeback? I mean, maybe not. I don't know, but the Jaguars definitely have not been giving any reason to think there's any life there.
Yeah.
So like, will Urban Meyer be fired? I don't think so, but
nah, I don't think so either. I think he's safe for a while.
He's probably safe for I want to say at least next year. Like if
they paid a lot of money for him.
If they show any sort of improvement next year, then he'll probably get 3 years to put a winning product on the field. Kind of like the Bengals and Zach Taylor. It's like they had that horrible first year, and then they they showed some progress, but not really enough in year 2, and then he got year 3 because of that progress that got showed.
Yeah, that ball hit off the cameraman.
All right. So
good job for him. But
what is, I believe, the Sunday night football matchup? We got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Is that the Sunday night football matchup?
I think it's Sunday night football. I could be wrong, but I do think it is the Sunday night football matchup.
Cowboys versus Chiefs. Regardless, that's a fun game. That's a very fun game. You know what though? I know the Chiefs been heated up again. But no, that's not a fun football game. They're at 4:30. But either way, I'm gonna go to the Cowboys. I know the Chiefs been heating up, but I'm gonna still go to the Cowboys. Should be Sunday night matchup.
Oh yeah.
The Sunday night matchup is the Steelers game.
No question. Especially considering the Chiefs finally showed some life, but.
Yeah, so I'm going to the Cowboys.
Right, you're right. It is the Steelers game. That's such trash, dude. Like.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to Cowboys.
Why the Steelers?
Because
terrible.
Especially the league
the Lions. They should be
the league loves the Steelers.
The Steelers should be banned from prime time the rest of the year because of that game against the Lions.
Because the league loves the Steelers, man. The league loves the Steelers. So so give me the go ahead, give me the Cowboys. I just think that there's a lot of problems in that Kansas City defense. I think a team like the Cowboys would be able to take advantage of a team like the Matt Ryan just threw another pick. That's not just a pick. That's a pick 6. And he's backpedaling into the end zone.
I don't know. I think he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, he probably did. Anyway, that's not here or there. I think Dak Prescott is going to outduel Patrick Mahomes. I think Dak Prescott's that good.
I think I agree with that. I think I think Patrick Mahomes is he stepped out right there. I think Patrick Mahomes is kind of starting to get into his groove. And I think just like 1-for-1, I think Patrick Mahomes could probably do better than Dak Prescott. But it's the whole package. Like you said, it's that Chiefs defense. I think the Chiefs are back on their way to being like a top tier team, but I don't know if they're quite there yet. I think they still have a little bit of work to do, and so I think the Cowboys probably the better team in this matchup. But then again, the Broncos did just demolish the Cowboys, so I mean maybe the Chiefs could do it.
Maybe.
All right, next is what I think might be the game of the week. Maybe not everybody would agree with me, but I think this one's going to be the game of the week, and that is the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
I mean, that's actually a fun one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like if the Vikings can pull off the win here, then they're relevant again.
Yeah, the Vikings are the best bad team in the league.
They're still like 3 games behind the NFC North. But, I mean, you can, potentially see them kind of like using this game as like a slingshot back into the playoff race.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously the Packers, are going to want to like take care of business and um, secure the end. Because I mean, if the Packers win this game, I think there's no like you pretty much just go ahead and pencil in the Packers as winners of the NFC North. Like it's
And
pretty tough to back them.
an unpredictable year in the NFL. This is a game that like a team like the Vikings will win. Like at home is a divisional rival, all that's great
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But I'm still going to Packers.
Okay. All right. So I let me see. Let me see. I think. Hmm. I'm kind of torn here. I think I'm going to make this my big upset of the week,
All right.
but I'm not. I don't know. There's another game I'm kind of looking at, but I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet on that game. No, you know what? No, I'm going to make this game my big upset of the week. I'm going to call the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to beat the Green Bay Packers. I think I think the Packers are really banged up. They've been showing a lot of like really good stuff lately. They've been showing that they can play well despite all their injuries and setbacks and everything like that. But at the same time, they have stumbled a little bit here and there. Their offense, even though they shut out the Seahawks, so any number of points you score is going to look good. But at the same time, they only scored 17 points on that Seahawks defense, and that Seahawks defense hasn't exactly been like lights out all year. So I'm wondering if this Packers offense may have taken a step back a little bit after Aaron Rodgers got COVID. And I mean, I definitely think this Minnesota Vikings offense can cook. They can Dalvin cook actually.
Yeah, Dalvin could. Dalvin be
So
cooking all over the kitchen.
exactly, and don't forget, you remember what happened? I don't remember if it was last time these two teams played each other, but fairly recently when these two teams played each other, and Dalvin Cook just went absolutely insane over the Packers. So I don't know. I kind of I got this feeling that I think the Vikings are going to pull off the upset this week.
All right, that's good. That's a
Especially
good pick.
especially since it's in Minnesota.
They should have beat the freaking Ravens.
Yeah, they should have. They should have beat the Ravens. They should have beat a lot of teams this year. Really, they just haven't done it.
Yeah. Well.
All right, next we got the Washington football team, the Ron Rivera's Washington football team, going up against Cam Newton's Carolina Panthers.
That's fine.
What year is it?
That's fine. That's fine. That's a fun
That
game.
is fun. That is fun, especially
That's a fun
considering-
game.
It might not
Yeah,
be as fun if the Panthers are truly back to the level that we thought they were.
I just think the Panthers are going the right direction. Give me the Panthers. I think Matt
Yeah.
Rhule's a good coach. I think Matt Rhule's a really good coach. I think that was a good pick for coach. Out of he was coaching Baylor, right? Yeah, that was a good pick up.
Yeah.
Give me give me that team.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Washington football team here. I think I think the Panthers have been really super inconsistent this year. I think they've had a decent run the last couple of weeks, but I don't necessarily know if it's gonna last. The Washington football team's feeling good about themselves coming up off that upset over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think Ron Rivera in particular is going to know the best way to beat Cam Newton. Because I mean, if anybody out there knows how to do it, it's got to be Ron Rivera, right?
Hey man,
So,
look, if you're able to do it, this is the guy who coached Cam Newton up for the last couple of years. Might be onto something.
Yep. So I think I'm gonna pick Washington here.
All right.
Yeah, Washington. All right. So next you got the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. What you got, Thomas?
New Orleans Saints and Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
How did the Saints do last week?
That is a good question. I don't quite remember.
So you have a team. Because Because I get the vibe on the Eagles. Like you said on the podcast, maybe the Eagles are a lot better than we think they are. And I like that statement because
Yeah,
the
Saints
Eagles have
barely lost to the Titans last week.
oh that's
But
tough.
they also lost to the Falcons the week before that. Don't
Yeah,
forget
that's true.
this is a Saints team that's just been like crazy ass up and down all year.
Yeah. Um Looks like they're going with Trevor Simeon at quarterback for most of the snaps. He hasn't been doing bad for them. But he's definitely not getting the same production that they probably would have got out of James Winston.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagle, you know what it is is Justin Fields. I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts for me. Jalen Hurts has been really coming into his own the last couple games. Give me the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
I'm gonna join you on that one. I do think the Eagles are gonna beat the Saints. I think the Eagles have been showing a lot of like moxie lately. They're like real quietly. Their running game has been the best in the NFL over the last few weeks.
Yeah,
Miles Sanders and all that good stuff. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. I think he's little Dak. I think.
yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's pretty
Um,
freaking good. He's like
so
sneaky good, but yeah, he gonna be great. He gonna be great in the future.
exactly,
He got
I
a bright
think
future.
if the Eagles actually commit to him, because it seems like they're always trying to move on from him.
Hey man, some Cleveland.
You wanna move on from Baker Mayfield?
No, I don't. I really don't. Honestly, I don't. But I think the city is. That's my concern. You know what my concern is, Kyle? You know what my honest concern is? I honestly believe this.
What?
I think if the Browns let Baker Mayfield go, he'll go out somewhere else and be good. I think
Where do
somebody
you
else will
think
take
he'd
it to
go?
look at him.
Where do you
Oh,
think he'd go?
shoot. Man, he might go to Pittsburgh. I can see that.
Oof.
I could literally see that.
I could see him doing that just out of spite. Yeah.
I could see him going to Pittsburgh. I could see Mike Tomlin loving that kid. I
Yeah.
could really see Mike Tomlin bring out the best in him. I could see that. Um, Shoot, what's another team? I could see him going to Detroit. Mike Dorsey going grab his quarterback. I could see that. Um, I could see him going to. In fact, that'd probably be the best scenario. Let's see, what other team can I see him going to? I can see him going to the Texans. I can see him going to Seattle if something happens with Wilson. I can see them taking a I promise you, if he leaves the Browns, people want to take a swing at him.
Why do you think he would go to the Texans? Like, does anybody want to go to the Texans?
No, I think the Texans would take him. But I honestly think if Baker Mayfield left the Browns this year, like if Baker Mayfield, like the Browns were like, all right, Baker Mayfield, we don't want you anymore. Test out free agency, and he left the Browns this year, there would be a lot of people knocking on his door. I promise you. There would be a lot of people be like, I'll take a swing at him. I promise you there would be. I promise you there would be. Especially if like the a team like Seattle end up trading
Oh, you
Wilson.
know where he could go?
I could definitely see the Steelers being one of those teams too.
He could go to San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan.
He sure could. Sure freaking could. Sure freaking could. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. I can see him taking off with another team. It would be a whole Drew Brees situation. I can see it happening, man. I can see it happening. I just don't. I think that Cleveland's making a mistake. I honestly do believe that Cleveland's making this mistake. The Cleveland fans are making a mistake on this guy. Like I honestly believe that. Like I think that
Well, Bengals
he got
fans
too
did
many. He
that
got
for
too many good
years with
tools.
Andy Dalton, so
He got too many good tools, man. Oh yeah, yeah. He had way too many good tools. Oh well, it's Cleveland.
all right. Next, we got the New Jersey Giants going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
New Jersey. Tampa.
So you got the legend Daniel Jones going up against some 6th-round quarterback nobody's ever heard of.
The most athletic quarterback in the NFL is Daniel Jones.
What a joke.
It's a great joke. It's an excellent joke actually. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
Give me Tampa Bay.
I think so. I heard a stat the other day about how every single time Tom Brady's gotten embarrassed, he's gone out the next week and just like completely crapped all over the opposing team. So, yeah, have fun with that, Giants.
Yeah, you suck, Giants.
You suck, Daniel Jones.
Yeah, you suck, Daniel Jones. He ain't bad.
All right, so we got the I think the last game before we get into the AFC North games, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Seattle to play the Seahawks.
Arizona Cardinals going to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Possibly. See, and this game sucks because you don't have Colt. We don't know if Colt McCoy's going to be starting or if Kyler Murray's going to be starting.
Exactly.
To see it, Wilson didn't look good coming back though. Dude, why y'all letting Mac Jones taking those hits like that late in the game like that? Like, I see those quarterback sneaks, man. Because Patrick Mahomes injured himself a couple weeks ago in those quarterback sneaks. I know they're drills and everything, but like they're pointless this time in the game when you're winning like this. I'm not sure how I feel about them. Anyway, see, Wilson didn't look like he was 100%. But then again, I think it's just more or less rust than him not being physically up to par. Give me the Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks. I'm going 2 weeks in a row with the Seahawks. Hopefully, they don't burn me 2 weeks in a row. Give me the Seahawks. Okay. It's just those injuries for at quarterback for the Cardinals. And even if Kyler Murray come back, will he beat Kyler Murray? We'll see.
Yeah.
And they struggled late in the season last year.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here, because I just think they're a more complete football team than the Seattle Seahawks.
No, they very are.
I don't. After what I've seen from the Seahawks this year, I have no hope left. Like, when they were playing decently as a team, Geno Smith killed them, and now that Geno Smith's gone, Russell Wilson's back. Now they can't play as a team. It's just like if the Seahawks could maybe figure themselves out, then maybe I could have a hope of figuring them out. But I just can't. Right? I'm gonna if Kyler Murray doesn't play, this pick could look real stupid. But we don't know right now. So I'm just gonna go with I feel like the more likely scenario. I feel like if Kyler Murray plays, the Cardinals are probably gonna win. If Colt McCoy plays, I still feel like the Cardinals could win. Now, I'm not nearly as confident, but I still feel like it could happen. So considering that, I'm just going to go ahead and say probably the Cardinals.
It's worth noting that Colt McCoy signed my summer reading book back in the 11th grade. It was The Kite Runner. Shout out to The Kite Runner, y'all.
Also,
great book, great movie.
Famous Browns fan Mark Sessler named his son after Colt McCoy.
Shout out to you. I thought Colt McCoy was going to be special. Oh, Mike Holmgren. What a terrible general manager / president of operations.
Well, in Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive around my golf cart.
I think honestly he probably. I feel like he just used Cleveland as like a retirement community.
Hey man, they freaking got $50 million to do nothing. Right. They paid him $50 million. Like I remember somebody has told me. I remember one of my friends was telling me, "Oh, yeah, the Browns suck because they don't got money." Like I think it's the opposite because they have enough money to give Mike Holmgren $50 million. I remember somebody made an argument. I was like, they suck because they putting Rosen in the game. But somebody told me, yeah, they suck because they don't got no money. And then I was like, nah, they suck because of bad management and they don't know how to run their team. Also, no, they suck because
this isn't baseball. Every NFL team has the money to pay the players they need to pay.
Yeah, it's a salary. Yeah,
because there's a salary cap, and these like NFL owners are billionaires. All of them, I think. Yeah,
all of them are. Like the salary cap, they basically are giving the money. It's basically like here go 300, whatever the cap is. Here go this amount of money. Here you go. You can spend it any way you want. If you go over that, we'll tax you. So the only time the only time the owners ever spend money out of their pocket for real is when they go over the cap. Am I incorrect by that? Oh yeah, and the
Well,
coaches.
I don't think you can go over the cap.
No,
I mean, okay, I guess you can, but the penalties for going over the cap are so steep that
yeah.
people avoid it like the plague.
Oh yeah, nah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So now we need to go ahead and get into these AFC North games.
Awesome.
So I guess we're going to go ahead and start with the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears in Chicago.
All
By the
right.
way, just a heads up, I think my headphones battery is low, so I might have to turn the headphone off and then I'll have to turn echo cancellation back on. So we might see a bit of a drop in audio here in a minute.
All right, that's cool.
We'll see.
I'm actually making this my big upset of the week. Give me the Bears.
Okay.
I think the Bears defense is gonna I wasn't going to until you kind of convinced me on it. I was thinking about it like, ooh. And the Bears, like last time I watched the Bears, they played against Steelers. Justin Fields didn't look that bad. Steelers. Second half, Justin Fields didn't look that bad against Steelers. First half did. Second half didn't. I think he's starting to come in his own. I think he's starting to figure some things out. I think Justin Fields, when he starts to get comfortable, I think you're going to start seeing what Justin Fields can do on the NFL level. Rookie quarterbacks always get that first punch in the mouth, and then we see how they are after that first punch in the mouth. Can they take that punch? And I really want to see how they do. Are you laughing? What did Josh Rosen do? What did Josh Rosen do? Let me see.
He's going out here looking all confident and happy and smiles, and he's like, directing, directing the Falcons.
He just threw that touchdown.
Yeah, and then he takes a snap back, looks around, and he looks like super confident with like the strike right to a guy who he thinks is going to be right open, and then just boom, Kyle Van Noy touchdown. What a deflating moment for Josh Rosen, who looked like for I was so
excited. I was so excited for him being in the game. I was like, yeah, Josh Rosen's in the game. Oh my god! They showed the replay of it. He thought that guy was open.
That was such a terrible decision too, because the guy who intercepted it was obviously in the area, but there was a guy right behind that Falcons dude. And then they missed the extra point. It's like, I guess who cares? But Kyle Van Noy was there. But there was another Patriots player who was like in position to intercept the ball too. I don't know what Josh Rosen's seeing there.
Man, the Patriots scored 12 points in like 3 minutes. Anyway, give me the Bears. I think the Bears defense is gonna come. I think the Bears are gonna. I think, like you said, the formula's out on the Ravens. Lamar Jackson haven't had a lot of practice this week because of sickness, illness. That's big considering the fact that the Ravens literally have no weapons outside of Lamar Jackson. I mean, Sammy Watkins has been a huge disappointment for the Ravens, which is insane. I thought he might be a good addition, but what have you done for them? What have you done for me lately? The offense is very slow with the Ravens. Yeah, give me the Bears.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Ravens here because I don't see them losing two like trap games in a row. I don't see it. I mean, I do think the Bears could give them a run for their money. I wouldn't be shocked
to
see the Bears win this game, but at the same time, my more sensible side of my brain is telling me, like, come on, the Ravens aren't going to lose two games like that in a row.
Oh, the Ravens lose to the Bears.
If they do, it's going to be chaos.
Oh my God, it's going to be a fun Sunday night football game because the Browns will literally surpass the Ravens in 2 weeks. Oh my God, that'd be great. Man, the NFL is wide open.
Well, I'll be super happy if that happens because obviously.
Because we already talked about the Steelers collapsing.
Yeah, well, I mean that, and they'll put the Bengals in good position because let's see if the Ravens lose and the Bengals win, and then the Steelers lose, then that'll put the Bengals in first place in the AFC North.
Yeah.
So let's make that happen. Unfortunately, I don't think that happens. I think the Ravens probably take care of business against the Bears. So.
We'll see what happens.
Moving on, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Los Angeles to play the Chargers.
Pittsburgh Steelers playing against the Chargers in Los Angeles, so they got to make that long ass flight. Man, that's good. That's
Did the
good
Falcons
news.
throw another interception?
Did they?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it wasn't Josh. It was somebody who wasn't Josh Rosen. They put another quarterback in over Josh Rosen, and he threw a pick like on the first play. What? That's just depressing. I think the Patriots. I think the Patriots are just running like Mac Jones just kneeling on the ball, and I think the Falcons are just like, yeah, let's end this game, please.
Chargers over the Steelers. I'm going with the Chargers over the Steelers because the Chargers had Matt Ryan. You know, this is probably his last season playing over the Falcons. He probably won't go to a team. He might go to Steelers. Is they going to the Steelers? You know what though? Look, speaking of the Steelers, I don't think the Steelers are going to draft a quarterback. I think they're going to grab one of these quarterbacks.
I do. I think the Steelers are going to probably try to draft a quarterback. I mean,
unless
if the Steelers end up having a winning record this year, then yeah, they'll probably
because they're so prideful. They might try something like try to get Matt Ryan. But I seriously think that if the Browns were to let go of Baker Mayfield this year, man, I bet you any kind of money the Steelers would jump on Baker Mayfield in a heartbeat. I bet you any kind of money they would, dude. Like it just seems like I don't know why I just feel like Mike Tomlin would love Baker Mayfield. I know for a fact he would. And then that scares me because I know not only would they love it because they would use him to motivate. They would know that he would be fired up against the Browns every single Sunday, and he would just torch the Browns. God, Cleveland, do not let that man leave Cleveland. Do not do it, man. Do not LeBron James your own team because y'all so stupid. I don't know a good thing when it's in front of y'all.
So I agree. I think the Chargers are probably going to win this game. I mean, like, let's just go over the list. You got Ben Roethlisberger, who might be out again. You got Chase Claypool, who might be out again. You got T.J. Watt, who might be out again. You got Minka Fitzpatrick, who's probably going to be out. So it's just like, man, like, I mean, honestly, this is one of those games that, like, if the Chargers don't win, then you got some massive questions about the Chargers. Because, I mean, like, you know, and if the Steelers do win, then God help us all. Like, God help us all if the Steelers pull off this win because I wouldn't be able to, there's no way I'd be able to hate on it if they won this game. I'd have to give credit. I'd have to be like, God damn it. I don't even know if we could do a Steelers still suck segment. I mean, we probably would, but I don't know how valid it would be if the Steelers actually pull off this win despite all these injuries and COVID and all that kind of shit.
Well,
we saw how Aaron Rodgers played coming back from COVID.
Well, and in order for that to happen, in order for the Steelers to win this game, Najee Harris had to have the best game a rookie have ever had in the last 10 years at running back.
Well, even then, I don't think that would be enough because I think Justin Herbert's going to go ham on that porous Steelers defense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you never know, man. The Steelers, man, they might, try and do that whole thing where they try and slow the game down like they did against the Browns.
Yep. I
don't think they have the horses to do that, though. So.
All right.
So, you suck, Pittsburgh.
Browns, Lions. What do you think is going to happen, Thomas?
It looks like Nick Chubb's going to come back. Hold on, let me just double check on this real quick. Nick Chubb.
I don't think
it says Nick Chubb's trending in the right direction. I think even if Baker Mayfield plays, I think that this is going to be a get-right game for Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield, they're playing home. The crowd's going to be energized. Baker Mayfield going to be locked in. I think Baker Mayfield going to be motivated. I don't think that this Lions team did not look good against Pittsburgh. And I do also think that Myles Garrett is just going to – this is just a game prime for Myles Garrett too. Myles Garrett has proven that when he plays against weak offensive lines, he just eat. And this just look like one of the games that he's just going to eat all over the Lions. And the Lions already have a porous offense, but with a player like Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney, he's great at slowing down the run. That's been an underrated thing the Browns have been doing well this year, is their ability to slow down the run. I mean, Joe Mixon had a good game against them, that's for sure. But Joe Mixon didn't have he didn't have no running back this year like really like exploded on the Browns yet this year. I know Swift is a great running back, but I don't think that he'll be able to get past. I don't think he's anything that Jadeveon Clowney haven't handled this year. Jadeveon Clowney has proven that he's a good run stopping running defense end. So I'm going with the Browns. I'm going with the Browns again.
Okay.
Big game for Nick Chubb, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm going with the Browns too. Like I already explained it on the podcast. You know, the Baker Mayfield cycle. He's at the point where the media is doubting him. So yeah, it's time for him to go beat up on an inferior opponent. I don't really think it matters if Nick Chubb. Honestly, if I was the Browns, I'd like rest Nick Chubb for an extra week and let Dearness Johnson go ham.
Yeah, they should. I think they should.
If I was the Browns,
more.
I'd put Case Keenum in. Case Keenum and Dearness Johnson can take.
Yeah, I would too. I would too. I mean, they took care of business against the Broncos. And Dearness Johnson's a more than capable running back. He's more than capable. He had a really good game with the Patriots. You know, I was what was it? They that after that first drive, the first drive they went to Dearness Johnson 7 times. After the first drive, they went to him 4 times for the rest of the first half. So it's frustrating that they've been abandoning the run a lot. So hopefully they get back to that. But Kevin Stancy's a smart dude. I know they probably have a good game plan. I'm ready enough for the Lions. So they should be good. They should be good. Right on. But every no game's guaranteed in the NFL. So I want the Browns to come in this game hyper focused.
All right. So last game that we need to talk about is the Cincinnati Bengals going to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. What do you think is going to happen?
I'm actually going to go with the Bengals. I do think the Raiders have a lot of issues. And I think the Bengals are coming in after the bye. I really do think that this bye is going to help the Bengals a lot going through this game. So give me the Bengals heavily.
All right, I agree. I think the Bengals are going to win. I don't know if I'm quite as believing that the Bengals are gonna just completely demolish everybody after the bye and thinking that they're gonna go back to being like the juggernaut team that we thought they were after they took down the Ravens. I don't know if that's quite gonna be where they're gonna go back to after this bye week, but I do think that the Raiders are. Like the Bengals have been struggling recently, but they're struggling for completely different reasons, and I'm not sure their reasons are immediately fixable. I think their issues right now are chemistry and culture issues. I just think as much unity as that locker room probably wants to have right now, I don't know how possible it is. After like I said, you had 3 just insane situations happen in back-to-back weeks. And you saw the toll that it took on them against the Giants and the Chiefs in those back-to-back weeks. So, I mean, I don't see them I don't see them turning that shit right back around against the Bengals, especially a Bengals team that's going to be refocused, re-energized, and still extremely talented.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna see what happens. I think it's all a stepping stone. With this NFL, we have to take everything. With this year in the NFL, we got to take everything week by week. Though we can't look too far ahead in the future. I hear the headphones. Yep. We can't look too far ahead in the future considering the fact of what's been happening with the NFL in general. But I think this week, though, speaking in terms of this week, yeah, I think the Bengals should be able to take that. I think they're going to take full advantage of that bye and deplete Oakland Raiders team that need more time off and need more time to figure out what's going on with them.
Yep.
By the way, the guy who threw that interception, who came in the first play threw an interception, Felipe Franks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was. I was actually sort of like a low key fan of him.
Came in first place.
In the draft. I mean, he's an undrafted guy, but I thought he was like one of those he's going to be one of those undrafted quarterbacks who actually does pretty decently, but that's not a good way to start.
Yeah.
Not a good way to start. But anyway, y'all, I think that's pretty much it. We got all our predictions in, and so it looks like me and Thomas disagree quite a bit on the NFC. So we disagree on the Packers Vikings game. We disagree on the Panthers football team game, and we disagree on the Cardinals Seahawks game. We also disagree on Ravens Bears, and we disagree on Jets Dolphins. So we're gonna see what happens next week. Don't forget that I don't think I said this at the top of the episode, so I'll just say this real quick now as a point to say. And also, I forgot to put the little banner that goes down on this particular episode. But I'm 93, 57, and 1 on the season. Thomas is 83, 67, and 1 on the season.
Okay, I'm still 10 games behind. Okay, that's cool. I didn't lose ground.
No, yeah, you didn't lose ground because we tied last week at 5-9.
Yeah. I either got to tie or gain ground, but I don't want to lose ground. That's the only thing. I don't want to lose ground. Still a lot of season left.
But at the same time, you need to start catching up at some point.
Yeah, I know. Still a lot of season left. I should probably start catching up this week, but there's still a bit of time left to catch up.
Well, I definitely think you could, but yeah. Anyway, y'all, I think that's it. So I'll leave y'all with a hoo day.
Go Browns.